Let's Play 2 is the title of my GaryVaynerchuk.com video today, and I'm going to go into something that I think is extremely interesting, and I'm going to break it down for you, because I like to give specifics. I don't want to just preach to you. First of all, hope everybody had a phenomenal weekend. Please make sure you hug and kiss every family member you have. That is what life is all about. And what was very ironic about this weekend for me was that yesterday I spent 13 hours in a room drafting fantasy baseball players with a bunch of my friends, and that's where I want to break it down. How fantasy baseball is a clincher and still an essential part in today's age, 2008, March 31st, to a lot of baseball fans. A lot of people want to talk about tradition and hot dogs and in our culture and America's sport and the steroid era. People hitting home runs is why a lot of people got back into baseball. I'm going to tell you right now, on a gut feeling, and I might not be right, but I've got a strong feeling, I pay attention, 20 to 40% of the people that watch baseball today have fantasy baseball implications and fantasy sports for football. See, I'm a huge Jets fan. So if you're a huge fan of the Yankees or the Red Sox or the Cubs or whoever you are, maybe for you it's not. But for a vast majority of Americans right now, most people are watching sports, especially baseball and football, because of the fantasy implications. And that is the secondary market that I want to talk to you about. I don't want to talk about fantasy sports. I want to talk to you about how your company or your personal brand, because now remember, every one of you is now a company. Your personal brand, Tom Stevens, Johnny Johnson. What if you're a great coder at a company right now and the market dips and we do have a recession and you get let go and nobody knows about you? Why weren't you blogging or talking about some of your personal ideas? Everybody should be building their personal brand. It is your best recession-proof mechanism. Anyway, back to the topic. Fantasy sports are the reason I watch baseball. I love the Jets, and that's why I watch football. But for basketball and hockey, I've fallen off considerably over the last decade. I don't know every basketball player anymore. Had I been playing fantasy basketball every year, I guarantee you that I would. I know minor league players in baseball, backups. I know them all strictly because of fantasy sports, and that's what keeps me, captivated. Now, the NFL has done a much better job than baseball. They have the red zone cam, right? Because somebody's about to score on DirecTV. On all their channels, they have fantasy sports implications. ESPN does fantasy sports, things for football much more than they do for baseball if you pay attention. I think baseball has missed a huge opportunity to build it into their ballparks, into their marketing, into the way they go out after fans. Huge mistake by Major League Baseball by not embracing it more. There should be a lot more activities around fantasy baseball for baseball, because I think your growth would be higher and you have more potential. Back to the real point. Secondary business. Why are social networks important for every company? A lot of people say to me, Gary, what social network should I be on when they ask me to consult for them? All of them? Shouldn't you be everywhere you can? It's like saying, Gary, here's a great question. You're going to love these guys. Asking what social networks to be on is like asking 10 years ago, should I only advertise on radio or newspaper or television or guerrilla marketing? All of them, dummy. You need to be everywhere where people are. So many people. You know how huge you could be in Brazil right now if you'd go after Bebo? There's a lot of opportunities, a lot of niche social networks. There's a Russian classmate site that's the top 65 websites in the world. You want to be big in Russia? You can go there in a heartbeat and be that king of that domain. There's just so many opportunities to leverage social networks and other opportunities. But if we're going to go even more classic with your business, if you're a lawyer, if you're an accountant, a landscaper, understand that there's second-tier opportunities in your business. There's other sub-markets going around that can actually help you build your personal brand or your company's brand. And brand building, my friends, is the key to everything. Coca-Cola. They've been screwing up that company for 15 years. They haven't made one good decision. They've missed every market trend, and they're still a huge company. Once you build brand equity, understand it is very, very hard to lose it and to break it. It's harder than you think once you get there. The climb up is hard, but getting down is even harder, believe it or not. So, what am I trying to really recap? Because I've shot a lot of different things. I'm scatterbrained. It's a Monday. What do you want from me? It's raining. Let me show you. It's kind of gloomy out there. But, I'm excited because the fact of the matter is this. It is so clear to me that fantasy baseball is a multi-million dollar, if not billion-dollar impact on regular baseball, and I have like this exuberance inside, because that means to me, like, oh my God, like when it hit me today, I was like, you know, so Brian, my good friend Brian O, wanted me to do this title, Let's Play 2, and I'm sure they wanted me to go in a different direction. But when it hit me, it was like, you know what? What is out there for the wine industry that I'm missing out on? Where's that subculture? Maybe it's wedding registries, right? That just hit me right now. I mean, every wedding needs wine help, right? Why don't I do 5 shows on wine to do with weddings on Wine Library TV? That would be very viral, and a lot of wedding websites would use that. Think about where you can crawl and where you can hang out where you maybe don't belong. Maybe that's why this wine video blogger got so involved in social media in the first place, right? Doesn't look like you belong, but you're wrong. You belong in every market. Now think about which ones can work for you.